one of the things that happens when you have a car accident is that your car usually is damaged, right? And a lot of times, the damage is such that the value of the car is not enough to offset the damage that's been done to it. So you have to try and get another car. And to do that, the insurance company's going to give you some money for the car that you're already driving directly. Now, that's not such an easy thing because the value of your car sometimes varies. It's going to vary by obviously the age, the mileage, the condition, all that kind of stuff. And also sometimes you're just not really sure what it's worth. One of the things you can start out with if you have a vehicle that's wrecked is you can go to a website that is good for here in Colorado. It's the NADAguides.com. Because a lot of people will give you Kelley Blue Book. Well, we don't use Kelley Blue Book here very much. What we do use is the NADA guides to some extent. However, insurance companies and others also use the price that vehicles bring at auction and so forth. Most of the insurance companies subscribe to a service that scans through all of the auctions, the NADA book, and the for sale by owner stuff, and tries to determine the value of things based on that. It always seems to me like the insurance company is pretty sure they can buy your car for about 7 or 8% less than you can, because that's kind of what it comes up to sometimes. Sometimes you also get into a situation where you're driving a car that is a semi-classic. In other words, something that you really like, that you bought perhaps new, it's been driving for a long time, is in great shape, but isn't in the classic book yet. It's not a 57 Chevrolet or something like that, but it's close to being a classic, and it's certainly something you can't replace. You know, you might be driving an old Dodge Swinger or something like that, a Dodge Dart, and you really like it, and it's in great shape, and it's vintage, but the value isn't very high. So if you're gonna do something like that, you need to take it to a dealer that kind of specializes in those kinds of cars and get a statement about its value if you want to fight with the insurance company about what it's worth. If you get a value for your car, just a regular car, and not like our friend back here who's driving something a little unusual, if it's something that's a standard vehicle and they're going to shoot you a price, probably what you want to do is shop around a little bit and make sure that the price they're giving you is in the ballpark of what you think that vehicle is going to be worth to buy again. If it's not, you want to understand why the insurance company is giving you a lower offer than you think that you should. And if it gets down to it, a lot of times what you need to do is ask the insurance company to give you the comps. Say, what comparable cars have you found that make you believe that my car is worth this? And especially in the case of pickup trucks and so forth that have so many different option packages on them, when you go through the comps, sometimes you'll see that you had a 4-wheel drive pickup with a king cab, and you look at the comps and there'll be a 2-wheel drive pickup in there. Or there'll be a pickup like yours, but instead of a king cab, it has a regular cab or a super cab, something like that, and that'll throw that off. So lots of times if you just can't get it figured out, ask to see the comps, because you need a vehicle and you shouldn't be put out all that much by an accident so that you can't get another one to drive.